All right. Hey, y'all. It's Shatasha Williams, the voice behind It's the Thuggish Ruggish Bone. It's the Thuggish Ruggish Bone. It's the Thuggish Ruggish Bone. And I'm here chilling live with the Daily Progress Report. We turn it up. It's fire. It's lit, baby.
The Progress Report.
Well, let's have some fun. It's your girl Lalaa Shepard checking in with a new episode of Skipping Class presented by the Progress Report. And today we about to make history because we got the lovely, the beautiful Shatasha Williams in the building.
Thank you.
Yes. Welcome to the platform. And
Thank
you,
you.
Off air, like I said, salute to you, salute to your team. It's a beautiful thing to see you back active outside telling your story.
Thank
Overdue, well deserved. So let's get it.
Let's get it.
Okay. Now, I know you're from Louisiana, but you grew up in Cali, right?
Yes.
So talk about that transition, you know, the South to the West Coast. How was that, and how did it affect you as a child and teenager?
Yeah, it did. It did. My mom, there's 8 of us. I have I have other siblings, and there's 8 of us in total. So my mom just decided one day, she said, I want something different for my kids. You know, I mean, it's always been good living in the South. I love living in the South. I don't have no problem with racism. I really don't. I'm not faced with none of that, me personally. But when we moved to California, it was like, whoa.
I bet.
I seen that Hollywood sign. I mean, it was major. It was like, wow, this is going to be a whole different change for me. And it was. And it affected me, you know, because Shreveport is small. The one little boot, you know, and seeing all of this, like, wow. It was huge.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing, though, because, you know, a lot of people can't adapt from one to the other thing. It's just too much of a culture shock. So that's amazing that you was able to embrace it and thrive.
Yeah, it came easy for me once I started, you know, going to school and stuff and meeting new friends.
Got you.
People. So it was easy after a while.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at what point in your life did you discover that you had a voice, though?
I was 5 years old. I was 5.
Wow.
And I just did my first solo in church. I believe I want to say it was I think it was Mount Canaan Baptist Church here. I mean, not here. I'm talking.
Okay, I was about to say what?
Okay. I was in Shreveport.
Okay.
And I did it, and the sisters and the ushers and everybody, same baby, and you know their reaction, it was like, oh man, you know, maybe this is something I can do. And I think my mom saw that too, which is probably, she's like, baby, working with something, you know, let me take her to Hollywood and see if, you know. And that's where it all started at.
Amen. Well, salute to moms, okay?
Yes.
Amen.
Yes, mom.
So, you know, fast forward, you know, we're in Atlanta now.
Yeah.
So, you know, welcome back to Atlanta.
Thank you.
Can you speak about your first time experience in Atlanta? And, you know, what was it like? Who showed love, artist-wise? And just talk about it.
A lot of people.
I'm sure.
When I first came, it was like, let me see. I did you remember Candyman, the Knockin Boots man? Yeah. So we were on tour, and this was the first time we did a show here.
Wow. And
that was the first time I saw Atlanta, and it was beautiful back then too, as beautiful as it is now. And everybody just greeted us, and I think we were on tour with like Mellow Man Ace. I believe Salt and Pepper may have been on that venue.
Wow. And
Father MC, you know, it was wild. It was just,
man,
it was lit.
Oh yeah,
it was lit. I wish I could remember the exact date, but that was so far.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Atlanta has always been vibrant musically, entertainment, all of that.
I agree.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Amen. So I do want to talk about that. You brought up Candyman. Salute to him. Yeah. I've heard in other interviews that, you know, your relationship is really good. And
it was.
Big brother, you know, little sister. And you gotta respect that. Just because of this game, it's rare.
That's it.
So, you know, much love to him for really taking on that role.
Yeah, and he did.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Now, let's talk about that record. I will say, my mom put me on that record.
What, Knockin Boots?
Of course. So let me go ahead and have you say the part that people, you know, to know.
Well, I did the ooh, boy, I love you so, never, ever, ever gonna let you go. I did that live on stage.
Okay.
But Deb Pleasant, she actually recorded the song with him. And then I actually recorded the theme song. You can be my Candyman. That one. Oh, ooh. I did that theme song. And then I did the, could it be I'm falling in love? That was me on the actual record.
Beautiful.
And we did a world tour. And like I said, that was my first time I got a chance to, you know, see Atlanta. And he was a good big brother. I toured with him and some more other guys for like over a year. And that dude protected me. He made sure I had everything I needed. I never wanted for nothing. So he salute to him. Salute to Candyman.
Hey,
Yes.
man. Now, what I thought was interesting that being a kid listening to that record, my mom playing it, at the time, I'm not really realizing what's being talked about and discussed.
Right.
But I think that's the beautiful thing about, the 90s era, though. A lot of times we're hearing music that we might not necessarily know what it's about. But when I got older, I'm like, dang,
Right, yeah.
But I thought that was amazing. So could you tell me something else about the 90s music era that maybe new artists would never understand, if anything?
It was just so trendy. Like, we were so young and creative and vibrant and just, kind of, I would even say loyal. Being with my experiencing and not letting people get over on me so much back then, because I had that team with me. You know what I'm saying? And it was just different. It was a vibe. I mean, you just had to be there. Yeah. You know what I mean? You just had to be there.
That part.
Yeah.
For sure.
The crazy haircuts, the clothes. I mean,
I loved it.
It was lit.
Fashion is crazy. Now, while we talking about the haircuts, we got to talk about the Thuggish Bone. I said the Thuggish Ruggish Bone. Excuse me. No. Okay, let's... Excuse me. But speaking of hairstyles, though, I mean, your haircut, the vibe in the video, the earrings.
You liked it?
Yes.
I hated it. Really? Yes, that whole... I mean, I love the whole thing about the behind, but it was like quick. I just happened to grab a wig and threw it on, and they like put on the shades. They gave me the t-shirt on the set and everything. I'm like, because everything was moving so fast, though. Because 2 weeks after that record was released, it was like platinum. Like, it was all over the place.
Crazy.
It was global.
That is so interesting to hear that you didn't like the hairstyle. I mean, I loved it.
I hated it.
Really? That is so funny. Now, okay, with the music video, was that filmed in Cleveland?
Yeah, it was.
Interesting. So I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, for context.
Okay.
Yes. So, so I was wondering if the video was filmed there. I wish you would have got more scenes. I wanted to see more of you.
Thank you.
But talk about that video shoot experience going to Cleveland, Ohio. How was your experience there?
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was lit. And it's like the day that we recorded the video, the whole city was out there. I mean, you could see some of it in the video, but it was amazing. It was unbelievable. It was something that I never knew would have happened the way that it did. I'm just grateful and thankful that, it was to be a part of that, that moment in that era.
Amen.
That was awesome.
Amen. Yeah, I was, for context, I was 4 years old when the song dropped. And again, salute to my mom. She put me on. So I'm young singing the song in the car.
You got one of them mothers.
Oh, I do. But it's just crazy how music could give, just chills to a kid or to an adult or just any age that you are. But just to be that young, and I'm feeling it like I'm feeling.
Are you serious right now?
I'm dead ass serious. But I'm not the only one. I feel like anybody who came up feel the same way. Yeah. So it's just a beautiful thing. How does that make you feel knowing like little kids like
that's what oh my God. That's just touched me every time.
Yeah.
And just seeing my little ones be around there, my kids, they be around it. Thuggish Ruggish Bone and you turn up my fire. I'm talking about they really be singing
I love
stuff.
That.
I love it.
Wow.
And it's amazing.
So how is that for you when you reintroduce something to maybe a young person? Like how is it for the first time maybe with youngsters and what's the reaction?
They just automatically like, it's so catchy. The stuff be so they automatically just catch on and be singing it. I mean just after 1 or 2 times hearing me sing it or introduce it to them. So that's a trip to me. That part is a trip.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
And of course, man, rest in peace, Eazy-E. Yes. That's another person my mom put me on. I definitely appreciate my mom because we listen to music from all over.
That's what I said you got one of them music lovers.
She
was on it. She was on it. Mine was too.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. But I feel like it's a beautiful thing when your parents can be open-minded and put you on music and stuff. But again, salute to Eazy-E. He was in that video as well.
Yes,
so can you tell me maybe a story or some game about Eazy-E that maybe you haven't shared before?
Well, he was genuine to me. Like I really appreciated him seeing the what he saw in me, which was to he understood. It's almost like he understood my story and what I had been through in the industry.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? And he gave me the deal with Ruthless. We signed a single deal. Well, actually, it's supposed to be for like a 6-song EP. And we got as far as dropping and releasing video and everything to free. And shortly after that, yeah, that was after Thuggish Ruggish Bone. So shortly after that, I'm hearing, stuff about, him getting sick. But I would tell you one time though, one moment I had with him.
Yes.
We went to I think we left the studio when me and him. We rode and we was going to get like some snacks and stuff for the studio. So I mean, I don't know what the girl problem was either at the register, but she just got the slamming the grocery, throwing them. He said, "You okay? What, you don't like your job?" So we get crazy to my. She hating because she know you about to blow up. She know who you was. She know who you was. And I just started laughing like this man really just said that, but it was so funny. He was about to. He saw that vision in me, and we was about to go. Yeah, we was about to take off with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and he was cool.
And again, and just salute to him. Not only was he innovative doing his own thing, but the fact that he putting on other people too.
That's right. That's the beauty of it. That's so unselfish.
Yes.
That is so unselfish.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now I gotta ask, I know you talked about just the song before the Thuggish Ruggish Bone and them giving you the lyrics and you kind of created your own twist to it.
Yeah, that's how it went.
But talk about the ending. Was it your idea to put everybody's name on it?
It was them. It was them. I think it was mainly Busy. He was like, say our names in it, say our names. And I was like, okay, that's a good idea. I just ended up, throwing that little twisted vibe.
Yeah.
The whole melody and everything, that was all me. Nothing was recorded on that track when I went in. Nothing but the track. So that was all my touch, the way I did the runs and the riffs and threw my name in at the end too.
Damn right.
While I'm at it, and Shatasha, hey, give me my little
Damn right.
That was my
I love that though, and I think it's the song itself is such a beautiful song, but it's like you got to hear it all the way through it. You got to hear the whole from the start to the end. We need to hear the names too. So.
It's amazing because it was their debut. They used it. They showed the song. And I was like, oh, crazy. I was happy, but I was happy about that. And it was their first hit. So that was big. That was big.
Huge.
Salute to Bone.
Huge. Now, prior to the Verzuz performance, when was the last time that you guys performed that record together?
I believe the last time that we performed the word was Summer Jam. I believe it was It was Summer Jam in 1994. I think that's the last time that we did something together.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So how was it reuniting with the guys?
It was all right. It was good seeing them.
Yeah.
Everybody's still alive. And I heard rumors about, somebody died in the group, but no, it was all five and they still alive.
Amen.
Yeah, it was nice though. That Verzuz was really nice.
Yeah.
I was surprised they had come because, I hadn't heard from them in so long. So.
Well, again, we were happy as fans. Like, I just feel like it wouldn't have been right. You can't do it without you. So
yes, I love it.
And talk about that though, just how I would say kind of art resurfaces. How like just the Verzuz itself being created in 2020, and now I would say we're able to celebrate legacy artists and certain things. So how does that make you feel?
It made me feel like, okay, well, I do matter. I matter. I fit, what I'm saying? And they didn't just exactly forget, I guess, I'm talking about the fans there because the fans I saw the comments. Yeah. I'm shouting to the fans because they were like, Shatasha, where's Shatasha? That was an iconic moment, out there on that stage with them and knowing and seeing that the fans had played a major part in it. Yeah. And they did. And I believe had it not been for them, adding Bone and all in they, inbox and everything, y'all gonna bring Shatasha out? That was huge. That was big.
Amen. Amen.
I believe they probably would not have even had me there. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's real though. That's
for real.
The fans gonna speak. I mean, so that's the beautiful thing about social media. You got pros and cons of social media, but when people want something, they gonna make it happen. So
that's it.
That's amazing.
And they made it happen.
Yeah. I was just kind of mad we didn't get to hear the names at the end. Like, they cut the song short. Before we
talking
get
about
to the names.
At the Verzuz. Oh, yeah. I remember, they did.
But I know you only get a certain amount of time, so I know how it goes. Yep. Now, are you familiar with the Finesse2Tymes and Layzie Bone situation by chance?
Not really.
Okay.
I understand that they was beefing a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't exactly know what escalated. I mean, what started, how it escalated, and I don't know.
I was just curious your thoughts on like artists of today, and do you feel like younger artists respect some of the other artists that laid the foundation for them? Do you get like, you know, flowers from artists of today?
Yes,
Okay.
a lot of. I wouldn't say everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Of
But
course.
because, like I said, you just had to be there. You can't rewrite history.
Right, right, of
You know.
course.
But the fans play a major part, like I said, and I was just thinking about the time that I had first met Bone, and I'm taking it back. Am I still on context here? I'm just trying to stick with the question that you asked me, but I was just thinking about the first time that I had met them, and you know how welcoming I was with their ideas and their new sound. You know, and as far as, you know, the new artists today, I don't think that they really respect the old school, and for one reason why, I think because they probably don't have them bangers that, you know what I'm saying, they don't have a song that is gonna be around 30 years from now, or, you know, and I think that they feel a little bit intimidated by, you know, old school, which is crazy because we did lay the foundation, like you said. You know, so that's just wild to me, though.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, but I do think it is a conversation that needs to be had. I feel like it's, especially in our community, it's so much ageism.
Yeah.
Where I feel like in other communities, it's not like that. And rock bands, I mean, hell, they can be performing today 100 years old. But that's how it should be. I think,
no,
you know,
seriously.
If the artist wants to create, I don't think nothing is wrong with it. But,
that's
you know,
right.
just curious on your thoughts on that.
Yeah, that's what it is. They just don't. I think there's a little, you know, envy and maybe a little animosity, you know, because it more kind of like a fear factor thing. Like, am I gonna last? Am I, you know what I'm saying? Is my music gonna be as great as, you know? You just give it your all. That's my thing to people. You give it your all, and you do it with your passion. You have a passion for it. You're doing it for the passion and the fact that you have it and you see it. Just use your creative, you know, initiatives and stuff, and everything is gonna be all right. But hating it don't ever. Nobody wants to be bothered with somebody that's gonna be hating all the time, and other artists don't like that. You can pretty much feel it when it's a lot of heat coming from their room over there, like, you know. And you got those ones that they gonna give you dap. I love you, Shatasha. Keep going. Don't ever stop singing. Like when we were in Plano, Texas, just not too long ago, I had one lady on me all night, and she was just praying with me, hugging me. I love you. Come back. Don't ever stop singing. Stuff like that. I love people like that because that's just inspirational. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And she wasn't lying. And she's like, I got to stage. She said, man, you still got it. She said, you can still sing. When that stuff like that just really, it's just, I don't know. I love it.
Amen.
It is. It's a vibe.
Amen. Amen. I love that.
The flowers. I love when people give me I love flowers.
I think that's important though. I feel like, you know, listen, we gotta show and give people their flowers and love while they are here to smell
That's
them,
right.
period.
That's right.
So,
and I appreciate it.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Now, we talked about just, you know, music and stuff like that. We talked about some of the ugly sides of the business, but I want to go a little deeper just because I know, you know, that's just the reality of the business.
Yeah.
And me celebrating my 10-year anniversary here doing media.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary.
Listen, I've gone through a lot of stuff. And so I know with your story, you've gone through a lot too. And, you know, my first question is, with a lot of these records, your name isn't necessarily listed as a feature.
That's right.
So one, how did it work out? Like, or why was it like that?
I don't know, but you know they've been doing stuff like that.
No, it's a thing.
Putting a voice and another face.
Absolutely.
And it is a thing. They've been doing that stuff forever. So I was very angry about a couple of the projects that happened to me. But you know, you live and you learn, and I know. So that's the main thing. And the people that were there, they know. You know what I'm saying? And they know what they did and they know what they didn't do. So, you know, I just let it burn, you know. But it happened to me. It happened to me too. Yeah.
And like you said, it is a very known thing. I mean, you can put on the record and then you don't know who is the vocalist on the record. And I'm such a music nerd. I'm always like, well, who the hell is this person? I want to know more about this person, you know. So talk about what did you do just in terms of making sure, like, during that time, since you weren't listed as a feature, how did you let people know, like, this is me? Like, did people not believe you?
People don't. And some people do, because they, you know, I call them the real true music lovers. The ones that do, they know the difference.
Yes.
And pay attention to me and been following me and knowing my voice. I get that. And salute to them. But that's that kind of stuff happens. And it happened when it happened to me. I just, you know, I was upset. You know what I'm saying? It hurt me to the core.
Of course.
But with people like my new team, you
Yes.
know, Nation Family
Amen.
Business, my new management team, and just, you know, Zoe, people, just having people around me that understand my story and understand what I've been through, and that are willing and ready and able to help me to get up
Amen.
out of the situation, you know, because they see it. They see it.
course.
They see it.
And, you know, I think that's a beautiful thing. Like I said, off air, when you are able to get with a team that understands the
Yep.
vision, and it's not just on you anymore, you know, and
That's
I see
right.
what y'all been doing, and I
Yeah.
definitely kudos and respect.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
my question to you, you know, based off of that, like why now? You know, why is it important for you to share your story now?
Yeah, because I mean, I guess I'm ready now, because you know, for a
Yes.
long time I was just off the scene, you know, just not wanting to be bothered.
I get
You know,
it.
I
Trust
just
me.
I just said forget it, drop the ball on everything. So now it's like, you know, I guess I just woke up and really it just happened like that. I just woke up and was like, maybe you should start recording again. But I've never
Yes.
stopped recording and writing though. I just wasn't, you know, as visual and everything, but I've always been in the background.
Yeah.
And, you know, writing my songs, and I even put a couple of them on YouTube that I did even before
Okay.
I, you know, got with Nation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still been writing. I love writing, but I have a big family,
Okay.
and that requires a lot of my time. It had been requiring, and that's what's caused me to be off the scene up until now. But I'm like, now I ain't, you know, that clock is ticking on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's either now or never. You
That's
know.
true.
So that thought alone too got me like pushing me back out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I get it. I mean, and again, I think it's a beautiful thing from a
Thank
fan's
you.
perspective. You should be the one, you know, telling what the real is instead of
Yeah.
everybody else painting the narrative of what they think.
And I guess why not too? Because everybody else had already got the ideas, capitalized off of, you know what I'm talking about, you know, like we were saying, I done laid the foundation. So now it's time for the real boss.
person.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just playing, but
I mean, listen,
no,
pop
seriously.
Pop it.
It's time for the real one, you know, just step up and let the story be told how it really goes.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
and I just feel like it's that time.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Now I do want to ask you, you know, we talked about the Mary J Blige, we talked about her briefly, and I know in
Yeah.
other interviews you did bring her up and just mention how you felt pretty much she
Trolled me. Was
She-
trolling me. And kind of sort of still is. But no, I wish I didn't bring the package back. I had a whole layout, the black shades, the blonde, the whole little marriage, the whole little hip hop image. You know what I'm saying? And I was with Candyman band at the time, and we shopped it. And next thing we know, I look up and bam, you know, sound, the look, everything just Mary J Blige. And Rob Peace, the movie, she just did a movie recently, and still kind of like using my, you know, voice in the like I did the song Free is in there. The Thuggish Ruggish Bone is in there. You know, and nobody talked to me or asked my permission, walking all over me like I'm some type of floor mat. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like stuff like that. Especially when, you know, like I said, I'm the background of your foreground. That's not right. And that's exactly how I feel about it.
I mean, listen, and how you feel is totally valid.
Yeah.
Have you and Mary ever had a woman to woman convo?
Never. I met her one time
Okay.
at a club in Los Angeles. I forgot the name of the club. And I just, you know, she was looking at me. And I said, hey, how you doing? Because I don't like to stare down, like, at least speak, you know, say hi. And I'm going to tell you, I was, baby, in my 20s, 36, 24, 36. And I was the voice of it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted me, you know, I mean, not down on myself now, but, you know, but I'm just telling the truth.
Yeah.
Back then it was on and popping. You can do some research. I got songs, like I said, with Candyman. I did show with Scarface, Big Mike, couple other things that I did back in my younger years.
For sure. Yeah, the Mary J record with, you know, Scarface, and then eventually it got sampled and recreated by Ashanti. Yeah, of course, the Mariah Carey.
Definitely that one. That Mariah Carey. That was wild. I didn't even see that coming. You know, I didn't see that coming.
So this is the thing. When I look at certain comments, people don't understand how the music business work. I don't think people understand that singers do reference tracks all the time.
Yes.
And there's people behind the scenes that could send them out.
Yeah.
So could you like just kind of explain it again and kind of explain it for like people that might not understand, make it as simple as possible.
Elaborate on it, yeah.
Because I don't think people like understand, like, no, this is really her singing.
Yeah.
But people can send a song out and somebody else can get it easily.
They've been doing it.
It's been going on.
Yeah, and I just went in and I laid the foundation again for that song. I did the blueprint. I went in. They had a like a rough vocal on it, but it was like one of the guys on there singing on the song. And he said, "Can you sing this?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll give it a try." And I just sweet love, yeah, you know. And I just went in on it, and I mean, I went so hard on that song. The neighbors upstairs was like, "Oh, stomping on the floor." Cause you could hear them from the apartment because it was at a nice little, you know, place and hotel in Hollywood, and that's when I first recorded that song. And I first heard the song when I was in a club. It was what was the name of Baby? It was a club, Coco Pelli's.
Okay.
He played it 3 times back to back.
Wow.
At Coco Pelli's. And my friend said, "Tasha, that is you." And I said, "That is my vocals." He played it 3 times, and I was like, "That is definitely my voice." When you left, I lost a part of me. All of that it was just, I mean, a lot of it is me. Wow. I mean, they may have blended her in, and I'm not trying to say Mariah Carey suck or she whack or none of that.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? But maybe she just didn't come with it like I did. So maybe she didn't, but I did, and they kept it. They used it.
And so with that, no compensation.
No credit, no compensation.
Crazy.
But that's not, I mean, that's corporate America.
No,
though.
it is.
They've been stealing from, you know what I'm talking about? Not only black people, but artists also. You know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
This is nothing new. It's not new.
And that's why I wanted you to explain it from your words, because again, from the outside looking at, I'm in the music business, so I know. Yeah. But I don't think people that's not in it, they don't get it. Like, well, how could that be possible? Simple.
Yeah, it's simple. It's simple.
Yeah.
Only thing I know is, like I said, the people, the credit and everything, that's fine.
Yeah.
But they know that's, that's all that matters. I really, sometimes I go in and I interact with fans and, just keep it respectful, because there's a person behind that keyboard. There's a person you sending out messages to on the other end. I just don't like the negativity.
Right.
Like you said, it does have its pros and cons. So I try to rise above all of that.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't entertain that.
For sure. I mean, and you can't, because you'll never win with the internet.
Right. And I know what I did.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Exactly. Most importantly. Now I did want to ask on some funny side note stuff. Did you see Mary J Blige's reaction to the Burger King commercial?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you ever seen the Burger King commercial she did back in the early 2000s, but she has since reacted to it, and she was mad at the commercial because she felt like it had a racial undertone. I was just curious if you saw it and how you would have handled that situation.
I hadn't seen it.
Okay.
I hadn't seen it at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll move on from that.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I do want to talk about just stepping or getting out of the hiatus and getting back to the music again too. Talk about, most importantly, mental health. Yeah. Like, I'm sure, I can only imagine just some of the things that you maybe been through and, stuff like that. But
oh yeah,
how did you get and pull through those dark times? And now just some advice, for other people that may be going through just other things that's, affecting their mental health.
Well, it's being a beautiful brown woman.
Okay.
I struggle with it. It's been quite the one. And when you have to put yourself back together again, we are well equipped to do that. Because I'm survival mode.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I know how to, it's hard and it's a tough and it's a long road, but prayer, surrounding myself with people who are aligned with my dreams and my destiny and my goal, aligning myself with people that match my life. And, and they understand my story, and prayer, lots of prayer and lots of prayer. God is real, and he definitely brought me through that dark era. I call it it felt like just a dark cloud was just surfacing.
I know exactly what you mean.
when there's nobody around to fix you, you got to fix yourself. So I'm good at that, and I did that, and like I said, partnering myself with people such as Nation Family Business, Zoe, and that's just the whole crew is just all love, and they, that's what's been helping me.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. I know what you mean. Now, I want to get into this new single, Fire.
You
Okay. Yes. When I heard it, I'm like, it's such a feel good vibe.
Thank
it sound
you.
grown, and we need that. We need
Grown
that.
and sexy, baby.
Yes. So I
Thank
want you to
you.
talk about, getting back. I know you say you never really took a hiatus from like creating music, but
Yeah.
getting back to creating music, but putting it out as well, and just making sure you're adapting to today's sound, but still staying authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about doing what you love.
Amen.
And this song, these two songs, the last, this single and the one up right after it,
Yeah.
I created them. It was thundering, and in the storm, it was just raining real hard and stuff. And I was just sitting there, and I was like, I heard the track, and I was like, it was the one before it's been revised, and I'm talking about when I originally wrote the song.
Okay.
It was just gloomy. And I got up and I just said, all of a sudden, I just sit up out of nowhere, and I was listening to the music. I'm talking about thunder and just pouring down. And then I said, you turn up my fire. And then that was the first line. I was like, oh, my sister, and they were there. She was like, that's fire. I like that.
Yeah.
And then the same thing, the same scenario with the heavy hitter, the new single.
Yeah.
Well, the second single. It the same energy, the same vibe. And I felt like, damn, the universe is talking to me. And I know one. I've been writing songs. I know some of them are just casual, like basement sound, but I know the ones that's gonna be like bangers. For some reason, I don't know. I just be like, I gotta go with this one. We're gonna go with this one.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
I love that.
Thank you.
Now, how does it feel like being back active?
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
And talk about the adjustments, I would say, to streaming and just the upload and music process, because I'm sure it looks totally different from what it did before, CDs and stuff. Although those things are coming back.
Yes. And that OG's original stuff, it works.
It's coming back now.
It definitely works.
For sure.
Yeah, but we got a different little. I get it, it's all digital and technical and all that, but I'm old school. I like the CDs and you know what I'm saying? And I'm excited about the cover,
yes,
the album
artwork,
cover, all of that stuff.
Exactly.
The video, I want that for me. I've been there for everybody else when they had it and done it, I'm talking about. So I want it.
That's
same
right.
treatment.
That's right. I love that. Listen, I get it. Now, if you could tell your younger self, the younger Shatasha Williams, not as a person, but the artist, or maybe as a person too. I want to know both responses. What would you tell your younger self if you could?
I would tell my younger self, honestly, do you first. You know what I'm saying? Put you first. Because I haven't always. You know what I'm saying? And I would tell my younger self, put you first, and then everything else let it fall in place afterwards. But I would definitely tell myself to put me first. Because I've been last. For people that I put first, they don't even realize and appreciate it. And I put them before me, and that's a hurting feeling. That's hurt. So I learned that over the years, though. Now,
amen. Yeah. That's real.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you a selfless person, it's nothing to do something for
like
somebody else. You get what I'm saying?
And I'm /empath.
Yeah, me too.
It's
I
crazy,
totally get it. Yeah,
it's something else.
I get it.
Yep.
I get it.
Yeah.
And we did kind of talk about this off air, so I'll ask. So it was a Google rumor, which was very just strange and weird
and ugly.
Yes,
it was.
It was ugly, and it was rumors that you had passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thankfully, like I said, it's fixed now. It's not online anymore.
I'm glad.
But talk about first coming across that, and then just how did you feel?
Like, what? Huh? Why would somebody do something like that? Like, that's some evil, wicked ass stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. Like, I didn't see that coming. I was like, and I read it, and I pretty much was like, no wonder why I haven't been getting the phone calls and people reaching out to me, and damn. And then all of a sudden, here I go Googling it, because a friend, she sent it to me to my phone. She told me about it. And I was just like, I was blown away. Like, I couldn't believe that. But luckily, I am still.
Amen.
I am still here, and I'm still alive, and I'm kicking.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Well, listen, this was an amazing episode.
I enjoyed it.
Just full circle. Like I said, I was probably 4 or 5 just singing your music. So God is great, and this is beautiful. Full circle. And salute to you and your team. I pray that
Thank
you guys
you.
continue to do great, amazing things, as I know that you guys will.
Yes.
And I pray that you get all the credit, flowers, and
and I
shine
love
that
flowers.
you deserve.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
ma'am.
Have you did say you heard the single, right?
I have.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
I just
ma'am.
wanted
I
to-
definitely have fire. Yep.
Okay.
I got you.
All right.
Now, just one final question for this particular episode. I ask all my guests to define our keyword progress. So what does our keyword progress mean to you? You're a progressive woman.
Progress means just you having an agenda, you got that goal, and you're following through. You're not giving up. You're not letting nothing hold you back. Nothing. Stand away from all negative, toxic energy and people. It's about focusing on oneself and that goal, setting that goal and achieving it. That's what real progress is to me.
Amen.
Absolutely.
I love that. Now,
And I love that word. And
Yes.
I love that.
Yes,
I'm happy
ma'am.
to be here.
Message to your day one fans.
I just love y'all. And thank you for the flowers.
Yeah.
And y'all keep going because it's motivation. It's motivation.
That part.
Yes.
Okay.
The Progress Report.